Dear friends, we continue work of Ukraine Crisis Media Center. The topic is Festival Diplomacy, the Way to Europe. Our guests are Ruta Pruseviciene, Director General of the Lithuanian National Philharmony, Director of the Vilnius Festival, and member of the EFFE International Jury, Oleksandr, the development of democracy through culture, Andriy Palatny, theater curator of the HOHOLFEST and manager on the international relations, Natalia Teres, head of the festival and competition programs of the Independent Association of Broadcasters, Victoria Krasulya, head of the organizing committee of the Dobrinja Fest 2019 festival. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to say several words about our organization, about European Association of Festivals that was created in 1954, and the aim of this organization is to popularize theatrical movement in the territory of the whole Europe. In 2016, Ukraine joined the program of the European Parliament and the European Festival Association. It is called Europe for Festivals and Festivals for Europe. And in 2017, 3 Ukrainian festivals joined to this community and got the highest label, the label of quality from European Festivals Association. This festivals are Yavarivsky town, fine Mr. Ternopil town, and one of Ukrainian festivals for the first time joined the top 20 festivals of Europe. This was HOHOLFEST, and this was really pleasant for us. This is for the first time this action happened, and for the first time our 3 festivals joined these top festivals, and it is pleasant that we became laureates of EFFE, and this is like Oscar for festival. And HOHOLFEST, I would like to say about this festival, they had big opportunity to get EFFE award, but competitors were really tough. And today we have a presentation, and we want to present a European Festival Finder. It was launched in November. Now there are 15 Ukrainian festivals, 3 joined automatically. These are laureates of EFFE, and 12 festivals that are now registered and announced. And I would like to share the secret. About 10 or 15 Ukrainian festivals are in the queue. They are waiting for the editing, and after this, each festival has an opportunity to apply for EFFE award. And Ruta will tell us more about it. She is the member of the international jury, and she came here in order to present this program and this award. And we would like to hear from Andriy. He is the representative of the festival. That is one of top 20. Then Natalia, she registered at the Sentin, and she will tell us about her festival. And Victoria, she will tell us about the festival that was recently launched in Korostel. Now I give the floor to Ruta, please. Good afternoon.
Almost everything that Valentina said in Ukrainian, and I'm very happy on this my first premiere visit to Ukraine and to Kiev, and meeting you fantastic people doing fantastic job every day, and really raising the professional esteem of artists and arts festivals in Ukraine and in Europe. Ага. Навушники для перекладу. Ні, аудиторія. And these are really two things that I am ashamed. I feel ashamed now that it's my very first visit. You see, it took almost 30 years to come to Kiev and to Ukraine, and I will tell you why. And the second shame is that I didn't learn more, except of the greeting. But I will do it very quickly because I have a musical education and musical ear, so the languages come rather quickly to my brain. I would like to introduce myself shortly. I'm General Director of the Lithuanian National Philharmonic Society, largest umbrella organization, largest concert organization in Lithuania and in the Baltic states, which is a house for National Symphony Orchestra, Lithuanian Chamber Orchestra, several chamber ensembles, and hundreds of performances of freelance artists from Lithuania and abroad. Every year we organize around more than 300 performances, and last year was a record year. I think we will not reach it in the next 100 years because on the centenary of Lithuanian independence we organized nearly 50 performances in the largest European and international festivals and concert venues. And all these performances were not just Lithuanian representation of Lithuanian music and performers, it was all co-productions. And these co-productions were influenced especially by membership in the European Festivals Association, which is this year, 20 years anniversary of Vilnius Festival, a member of European Festivals Association. And our situation 20 years ago was very tricky because we were only the third edition of Vilnius Festival, and European Festivals Association decided to expand to Central and Eastern Europe and to intervene more in the modern artistic trends in our countries. And we were very, very happy to welcome our new partners in Europe and other continents. So the European Festivals Association, as Valentina said, was a cultural political project, a very important project to raise awareness of European people that they will probably phoenix, to raise from ruins and ashes through culture and arts, through understanding that they all belong to the same civilization. Now the organization refreshes and rejuvenates itself every year with every international meeting. Would it be a Young Artists Atelier? Would it be the General Assembly, which is annually in some other countries, some other festival is hosting General Assembly? So it is a huge family of festivals, and not only through direct membership, which EFFE has around 80 direct members. There are also associations, national associations of festivals in many countries, and this makes altogether around 4,000 festivals covered by EFFE activities. Because solely the national associations, they are umbrellas for from 100 to 4,000 festivals, like in France or Finland, which is, as we call it, totally festivalized countries. The only worldwide network of festivals, and EFFE is proud to be called like this because it has a very, very high political recognition in the European Union, in the European Parliament, and in EU Commission. Thanks to support of EU Commission, EFFE received subsidies for various activities, and the most attractive, probably also for the Ukrainian festivals and especially the young managers of Ukrainian festivals, is the atelier. Atelier gives a fantastic opportunity not just to learn the structures of festivals, organization, management, marketing, but it also makes you to connect with your direct partners and to make really lifelong partnerships, because my younger colleagues, they went to the very first European Young Managers Atelier to Görlitz in Germany on Polish-German border, and they made the relationships that last until today and will last probably forever. And it opened us also the Asian Festivals Association, because it's through completely personal relationships you become a very, very good co-producers and cooperators. EFFE is organization that is very attractive for interdisciplinary festivals and also for all kind of social, political, economic activities, because as there is European cities, Eurocities Association, it very closely works and associates itself with EFFE, because smart cities understand that it's all about the arts and the festivals. Smart cities have to support festivals to help them to present their best productions, to co-produce together, and of course to very much inspire young artists and producers, because it's all about finding your new and young audiences. With every generation there are some artistic trends that change, and nowadays with a very globalized and socially widely networking audiences, this invention that the festival producers have to make every year, and the artistic decisions are so fast, and the tempo is very, very high, and therefore to remain on the pulse of the festival's activities, it's the best way to be associated and the best way to participate in this European or Asian or African festival activities, because EFFE was also behind the establishing of APAF, the Asian Performing Arts Association, and they got united in 2010 in Shanghai Festival. Myself, I attended Shanghai Festival since 2006, and nearly 12 years in a row. We have experienced how the festival changes together with the city, together with the population, together with a huge country and continent. And this is great also vision that you can see European continent from the perspective of this very, very large Asian continent and Asian festivals. And this is like a bilateral inspiration and bilateral imagination exchange. The Festival Finder EU is a site where the European festivals are invited and very welcome to register and to give the data for the participation in the competition of the European Festivals program supported by EU and inspired by EFFE. It is called Europe for Festivals and Festivals for Europe. I am the witness how the EFFE festival holders, they became much more known, not just locally in their countries, they became very well known in Europe. They got new friends, and they got, this is Lithuanian case and very positive case, they got much higher funding from Culture Council, because the recognition comes through active participation and imaginative, bold and coherent program. Coherent means that it is not just a wish to experiment for a few years, it is wish to make some really sustainable structures and sustainable artistic program that can be like a spine for numerous activities, not only of your festival. You might also feed other festivals. Like this is the case of the Vilnius Festival, which I run already for 23 years. And the Vilnius Festival is kind of not just umbrella, it's really feeding festival for younger and more innovative festivals, because the Vilnius Festival is the only that pays a very high membership fee to EFFE. However, the benefit that comes back to Lithuanian festivals is very, very big indeed. And I hope that when other Lithuanian festivals will also become so well established and richer, they will be able to join EFFE and also to pay this membership fees in order to get all the possible media benefits, coverages, participation in the board, and many, many other very, very good things. It's a really good perspective, because among the European festivals we always say that it is a lot of things already done, but so much still to be done, because we see now that if we might help Ukrainian festivals, if we might help to attract more funding to the festivals, to exchanges, artistic co-productions, it is already a very, very big input of the joint European festivals family. I would like to really ask you to use this opportunity, this fantastic opportunity to participate in the EFFE program, to register. The registration will take, as EFFE office says, will only take 10 minutes. It will not just give the perspective for your festival, what are you dealing with in your thematic content, in your financial, in your marketing content, but later on the European Festivals Association will make a survey on the festivals, and there are already several surveys that prove very high social impact and very high economic impact. Some festivals produce so-called return on investment 10 times more, like €1 makes 10 euros in the end for touristic attraction, for some cities that are doubled their inhabitants in the years of the festival, like a very famous Edinburgh or Avignon or Salzburg festival. It's maybe not even doubles the inhabitants. It's maybe, I think Salzburg festival makes 10 times more, and it is fantastic really, because you feel that you are very, very interesting, and you are proud of what you did in your own cultural like platform. So I would be happy to answer some more questions, and you will find a lot of information on the EFFE site, and to see maybe who are the members already, and there are some very famous festivals. You could go also to European Festivals Association site, and you are very, very welcome to join the next atelier, which will be in November this year. But also the General Assembly meeting in Lisbon on the 16th of April. And this is a really fantastic feeling and atmosphere, because you can meet so-called sharks, the well-established long-living festivals, but also all your colleagues that still try to find their way to express themselves and to cooperate. Thank you very much.
Да, ми зараз прослухаємо ще доповідачів, а в кінці будуть питання до...
Later we will have Q&A session, and now I give the floor to other colleagues, and there will be information about how to register, how to enter information on this finder. And now I would like to present the laureate of EFFE, HOHOLFEST, and he will tell us about his experience and represent his festival. Andriy Palatny, please. So, what time do we have? 10 minutes. Okay. I'm glad to see you all here. It is really pleasant for me that we were invited to this meeting, and we are really glad that you are here in Kiev with us today. I will tell you briefly about HOHOLFEST, about the history, and about cooperation with international networks, including EFFE and EFFE. Now you see on the screen the map of Ukraine. Here we see HOHOLFEST that happened in many towns in cooperation and co-production with activists locally. This is our new strategy. And we went to the regions and we started to create the network of festivals. There is precondition for this. In 2017, there was 10th anniversary HOHOLFEST, and this was an important, powerful event for us because this festival was created in 2007. For 10 years, we were trying to systemically hold this festival in Kiev, and maybe you attended, and you have different forms of cooperation with festivals, both positive and negative. And we tried to hold it in different places. We invited more than 100 theaters, international theaters, more than 500 different performers who participated during this time. So this is a powerful, big figure. And starting 2017, in 2017 we got this label, and this was a great motivation, a great stimulus for us, because you understand the difficulties we face each year in Kiev. Each time we searched for new locations and organized infrastructure, searched for financing in order to create this big event. This is not just a festival, this is also educational story. This is also the co-production efforts to create partnerships and so on and so forth. And in order to implement this mission, stability is needed. And the festival was not stable, but an international jury supported us and confirmed quality and legitimacy of 10 years of efforts, and why we did it and with what aim we did it. And now we have feedback, and in 2017, what was the main point for us, and we stopped to hold festival in Kiev, and we got international award, and now we are recognized not only in the country but also abroad, and also we have a strategy of development in the regions. And Vladislav Trotsky, this is a well-known person, and he founded the festival. So HOHOLFEST creates emotions, and this is the main. You see different pictures, and these are the examples of the projects, the emotions of the performers and audience. This is multidisciplinary event that is not reduced to one art. So we work in interdisciplinary area, and we work with best examples in different arts, and also we create new art, what theater can add to academic music, and how modern music is connected with choreography, visual art, cinema, and so on. So we add education, and we go to production, creation of new types of products and formats with organizations inside the country and abroad in order to form new market. So this is the main aim. We've tried to create an actual cultural product that can represent Ukraine abroad and form positive, successful image of the country, and also to show to our foreign partners that here we may share our gains, and this is the thing that is important for the market. So HOHOLFEST helps Ukrainian modern art to create new generation of performers and to create corridors of opportunities to realize and implement ideas and to create big projects. Several figures now that we were able to gather during these 10 years. So this is important indicators. And this is the list. Not full list of the institutions we cooperated with. These are cultural institutions, embassies, different networks and organizations, and also UCATC network. This is one more important theatrical network, European Theatrical Convention. We are the members of the theater as the Center of Arts and Center of Modern Arts. DACH is where HOHOLFEST appeared, and this is the main project of DACH. This is the big platform that helped to create the bridge inside the country and abroad, and we articulate this like this. And DACH is 25 years now, and there will be big event to celebrate, and we ask you to join. So we chose concepts for each year, and in each city we create some unique concept. So these are the focuses of the HOHOLFEST to continue to cooperate with. We represent modern art and different arts, and also we invite here foreign best actual performances, and also we support educational grounds, and we try to influence infrastructure. Later on you will see how we work with the city and what locations we use and how we help to rethink the city and to see its new opportunities. And fifth, we create co-productions. We create a product that can be actual inside the country and abroad, that has international component at the level of participants and is interesting for the audience on both sides. And it also adapts in economic, and it can be adopted in economy and the market. Next. Now the strategy of HOHOLFEST, inoculation it is called. From Latin it is vaccination. This is some sort of injection that helps to change quality of environment. Next slide. After 2017, we decided that we won't have these festivals in Kiev, and we searched for opportunities in the region. And the first town that cooperated with us was Mariupol. The power had a request to invite HOHOLFEST team and to create festival in Mariupol. You know the circumstances of this territory of the east of Ukraine and Mariupol city. That is one of the strongholds of Ukraine, and in cultural sense, this is an important region for us and important city. When we got this request, we had doubts, but when we traveled there, we were impressed by opportunities, people, and the city. It has a great history and a unique strategy of development. And at once we started the development of our project, Stepped Up HOHOLFEST. So imagine your city as a big startup, a city where your children will live. And do you want that Mariupol be the center of modern art, of the new type? And after a number of events, local cultural center is turned into a powerful cultural center, and there will be modern theater, choreography, academic music studio, of music recordings, so whole infrastructure that will help to create performers and to create a project. Now on this map you see the towns with which we have negotiations to hold the festivals. So you see different regions, and east and west, north and south, all present here. We try to create festivals in each town. They have their unique interfaces, and the basis is local team, local activists, and we help to build dialogue with local power and to invite local business to jointly elaborate the mechanisms at the level of organization and creation of infrastructure, because in Ukraine there's no mechanism that is stable. If you want to bring equipment or to hold an event, you should elaborate these algorithms anew. We create unique content with participation of local performers, and we create a strategy for each city. When we have stable festivals in each city, we can create bridges between those cities. If a product is created in Mariupol, it can go through the network to other regions. And during the festival, or irrespective of the festival, we have partners who can accept cultural projects, and we can invite performers and to create a unique regional product. And also there is a corridor of opportunity for international partners. Before we proposed 5 or 10 days in September for these performers, and now we can provide 5 times more and to show the tour and to provide 5 opportunities during the year to go to different parts of Ukraine to present a concert, a performance, cinema, workshop, anything. Also, we are oriented to foreign countries, and we hope to cooperate with EFFE and EFFE, and there are 4,000 festivals, and you understand that the festivals are created by so-called crazy people, and this is intensive, chaotic lives. But these people create something unique, and I understand that they represent this is a unique opportunity for networking, for the creation of the content that would be impossible otherwise. And there are some festivals where we go, and then I understand that we are in one network in EFFE, and then our dialogue changes, and we deal with problems at the level of network. So this is an opportunity for us to get to European markets and to find our own place there. This is why we should do it. This is the main. So this is an example how we work with the cities. Porto Franco Festival that happened during 3 years, and in Ivano-Frankivsk it was held, and this was the test of inoculation to jointly create Porto Franco HOHOLFEST. Then, if the team is ready to move forward, we will agree, and the team will move forward independently with using its own strategy. Also, we try to involve the city and those buildings that are not actual now or have some historic value, or where the art is not common but is very interesting. Railway stations, for example, shelters, those places where people do not attend often. Next. This is the example of Mariupol. So this year there will be a festival, it is approved, and we plan a fantastic event. This is a big event even for us. This is the opening at the shipbuilding yard. There will be the belly of cranes and ships, and this is one of our projects. HOHOLFEST, this is an interesting inoculation in Vinica, and we plan for the next year, this year, I mean, in October. And there are several other projects we are working on. The School of Festival Management on the basis of HOHOLFEST, and maybe there is a showcase, and we dealt with it, and now we would like to go back to this model to send our managers to change these cultural products. So also cultural residences for creating modern cultural products, and also the contacts of the key persons. You may write them down if you have some ideas for cooperation. Thank you for your time once again. I would like to say that I hope to see you at our festivals in different cities. Thank you for this interesting presentation. And we understand that EFFE is really important for you, for your festival and your further development. I would like to present a young festival, and this festival is really young, and young team participate in creation of this festival. And in the framework of this festival, a survey was held, and you may find it in the materials to this briefing, how the festival influences on the community. So Natalia, Teres, head of the festival and competition programs of the Independent Association of Broadcasters. Thank you very much for inviting us. We registered at your site, and if you have questions to us, please write to us, and we will tell you what we'll do. Kino Media Festival. So this is media and journalism and art in the media. So this is about the media and those who create something in the media. And starting 2010, there is a slogan that the aim of the festival is to support the right perception of the media as an important element of the democratic society, and the aim is to support the talented directors in Ukraine. So Independent Broadcasters Association supports this project. So our audience, young people, students, journalists, film directors, anyone who shoot films. First festival was held in 2010. Last year, the festival each year has a topic that is a trend. So last year we had the topic social media hero. These are the heroes of modern times who implement important media products. So there is a contest part, and we accept short films. Any person can send a short film to us. Social media hero includes some topics, and then they can get a label of our festival. And we held many seminars, lectures, cinema nights, animation, documentary, experimental films in different regions of Ukraine are presented, not only in Kiev. You can see our geography of our project. Each year we try to go to another city. And many places await us, and we want to go there and to teach them how to consume media properly, and to screen the films and to discuss those films. We have local initiatives, not many of them, but new join, and there are people, volunteers, who want to hold our three main events, our lectures, films, and also we provide they can also get films about media, Ukrainian or foreign media from us. Also, there is an opening. It repeats each year. We open our festival in Kiev. We announced the acceptance of films, and also we have lecturers such as Kaltsova and Anastasia. They hold lectures, and then we watch some socially important films. Also, we have DocuDays cooperation, and we get films from them about the media. We watch them and then discuss those films. Next, regional screening. We go to the regional towns and we show short films. After this, we discuss them, and the young people join and they speak about their problems. And sometimes they do not understand something, and they can get new information, and they overcome their barriers in communication. Also, we go to regional seminars. We invite lecturers to join us. Roman Vintoniev, who was in the role of Michael Shurdan. We had Yuri Kashmarchenko, as he called himself, the platform head, and also we cooperate with Divovizhny, and they said about their ambitions and about what they do. Also, we traveled with journalists and different experts in the sphere of the media. Also, we have short film screening, and our events are free of charge. So if you are interested, if you want to communicate and to watch films, we invite you, and I will provide contacts to you. So also the movie night, and you may watch the films all night, Ukrainian and foreign films, and you treat yourself with something tasty. There are many people during these nights, and it is not easy to find a place. Also, Lviv Media Cafe, we invite 20 students for 2 days and to teach them to create socially important videos or socially important projects, how to promote these projects, what not to do, what to do. And last year, there were girls who proposed in Cherkasy to if, for example, a person does not have money, they can use a special so-called document to use these services for free. So people may find out something about the problems that may await them further, how to get grants, what are the pluses and minuses of grants. So we discussed these issues during these 2 days. Everyone is happy then, and everyone wants to join. But we accept only students for those events. That's why you should be a student. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, by mail. You can enter our site. There are many short videos. You can write to us, and our organization. We have TV and radio companies that broadcast those films. And these films are watched on regional television, and we, as Independent Association of Broadcasters, we may provide you with these films, and you may find it in the materials to our event. We carry out surveys how our festivals influence the media and the attitude of the young people to the media, how to verify sources, whom to trust. This is very important. And young people, they are drivers in the sphere of the media, because each of us, we are all journalists, or we can be, maybe journalists. And we are waiting for your patent applications. We will be glad to cooperate with you till the next time. And thank you for inviting us here. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you that you are able to be such a communicator, that you really support others. So I would like to present another festival that unites community. This is Dobrinja Fest, and it will be presented by Victoria Krasulya, head of the organizing committee, and this is the festival that goes from the grassroots level when the community creates a festival to popularize the community and its heritage. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting. Center of Democracy through Culture and representatives of EFFE. We will have this festival for the first time. The festival is called First International Historic and Cultural Festival Dobrinja Fest, that is dedicated to historic figure Dobrinja Nikitovich, who is known to many through some fairy tales or cartoons, but in reality, this is an interesting personality. This is a political figure, historic figure from Korostel. And he greatly influenced on this history of Kiev and Rus. This is 10th or 11th century. And it influences greatly on the development of, this is Middle Ages, and it influenced greatly on the development of Kiev and Rus, and further development of interaction with the peoples who lived there and communicated and cooperated at that time. Korosteń, Iskorosteń it was called then, and from the tales of the past, not many people knew that there was a known, at the time, Dobrinja, and in 1875, as I remember, a renowned historian told the world that Vladimir the Great, Kievan prince, he was the baptizer, and he was the nephew of Dobrinja Nikitovich, and he was called in the people's tales Dobrinja Nikitovich, and this was a big finding that Prince Mal was in Iskorosteń, and he was the leader of Drevlian house. And Kiev and Rus was connected with Princess Olga, and two lines of the families got connected, and this influenced the history of Kiev and Rus and our mission. So City Council ordered this project, and our cultural union implement this project. It is called SPAC, and we would like to involve scientists, researchers, historians, in order to show in what way these events happened, who is Dobrinja Nikitovich, Because there is information in the historic in the history that differs a lot of, so it is difficult to find real facts. So this is about the general concept. The festival is dedicated to this important historic figure of the Kievan Rus, Prince Dobrinja, to present to the community, to society, this interesting and important story of Drevlyan country that influenced the development of history and culture of Ukraine at that time, of Kievan Rus. We lack sources that provide real information about this period of history of 10th and 11th century, and we focus on education in this project. We study the history of Ukraine in order to support the development of scientific and historical and restoration movement. And we do it by involving broad community, both Ukrainian and foreign community, to study cultural heritage of Ukraine. Taking into account that the figure of Dobrinja is really versatile. He is public figure, but also he is described in people's tales like a very strong person. And it is the formation in society and among youth to form this active position in life and interest in values and healthy lifestyle, and from the other side to study our cultural and historical roots. This is the involvement of performers, of folklore and ethnic and modern musicians, and we would like to involve to this festival people who are interested in history through music, through the words, performance, traditional crafts. And first of all, we would like to propose to society, to young people, to community, to propose the alternative of recreation in modern conditions, and we provide the opportunity for people by creating this festival. Also, we invite broad public, and we are interested in international tourism. We are really interested to participate in EFFE. In our program, we focus on Drevlyanska family. We invite the researchers who, in the framework of this festival, on the platform of this festival, they will carry out seminars, conferences dedicated to this period of history of Kievan Rus, including Drevlyan country. So we invite reconstruction workers, and there will be reconstruction of early medieval reconstruction of early medieval structures. Some competitions will be held. Also, there will be some entertainments, contests connected with Drevlian health, beauty, and other components. Master classes of Middle-Age crafts, attractions connected with history and culture of Drevlian tribe. Music and entertainment program, theatrical performances dedicated to the history of Kievan Rus and Drevlian's country. And the fairy of decorative Drevliansk art, handmade, people in Korosteny and Olevsk and Malin. These people, they like their story, their history, and they hand over these crafts from one generation to the next, the heritage of their ancestors. So this will happen in Drevliansk Park. This is a unique park that was built by the community in Korosteny. It is like Sofiivka Park in Uman. This is the mini copy of this park. There are beautiful landscapes in this park. Vuj River, wonderful monuments that were created by local power. I would like to mention that they really love this history and are proud of their ancestors, and they preserve this heritage. At the end of presentation, I would like to show a small video about Drevliansky Park. So I would like to present a video, if it is possible. Please ask questions. So you may ask questions, and I will come up to you with the mic. Do you have questions? You can answer in English or in Russian.
I work at Lviv Philharmonic Society, and I have this question about various levels of participation. So if I understand it correctly, so like the most basic level is the listing on the website of Festival Finder. So for this you only need to register at the website, right? If I understand correctly. And then there is membership in EFFE. Maybe you can tell a little bit more about that, about the membership fee, about the benefits, and also about the award, about the label. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, the major task is, of course, to become the member of this huge network, and for yourself, of course, it's very important to evaluate yourself and to be evaluated by the top experts, and there is a very interesting jury formed of a former director of Edinburgh Festival, composer Jonathan Mills, and Sarajevo and Mittelfest director Haris Pashovic from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and the Helsinki Festival representative. So a very wide variety and scope of knowledge and experiences. And to be the member of EFFE, it is, I would say, a very high responsibility. Now, after 20 years, Vilnius Festival is a member, I can tell this, and very often my colleagues and Vilnius City Municipality that is allocating partial funding for Vilnius Festival, which is very, very small funding. It's just few percent of the overall budget of the festival, but they are always questioning the fee, which is 4,250 euros. It is a very, very high fee, really, like you really feel you belong to a European organization with an office in Brussels. However, to be this self-esteem you have by participating and having say and making decisions together with other festivals and meeting EU commissioner and talking about the very, very deep cultural and social and artistic issues and challenges for Europe. It is, of course, gives you much higher revenue than let's say your economic input into the EFFE administration. And this is a complex organization. It does a lot, as I told you, for the young festivals with the festivals atelier. Managers can participate in the atelier with 50% reduction. The EFFE members. There is also the general assemblies, and some of your costs for hotels will be diminished from your membership fee. There is, of course, a website. There is newsletters for the members only, with some very fine proposals for cooperations. For example, since the very first Vilnius Festival, it has been involved in let's say top 10 festivals tourings. For example, we produce Krzysztof Penderecki's oratorio in Vilnius and Krakow, and then this huge production goes to other festivals like Ljubljana, Streza, Merano, and Ludwigsburg, Schleswig-Holstein, and others. And it gave really fantastic opportunity for Lithuanian artists and composers to be more known. And now when we are touring, we are recognized much better, and our artistic potential is really seen on the same like European level, although we are very, very small country, only 3 million inhabitants. But on the artistic perspective, we look like a bold and big country. And this was also the evaluation of our partners in Shanghai Festival, which presented at the anniversary festival Lithuanian Chamber Orchestra, and this was one of the top 10 orchestras invited to the celebration of 20th festival. So you, as the former Secretary General Hugo de Grief said, you have to be seen. So EFFE is a very good way to be seen and to be seen on this high platform. While the EFFE label always gives the opportunity for innovation and for this transformation of the societies. And I see from the presentation of different Ukrainian festivals like HOHOLFEST and Kino Media and Dobrinja Fest, it's very, very interesting, really, to see already this survey of the Ukrainian festivals and your communities, because three main tasks are represented. It is to reconstruct your identities that might be fragmented, to sustain, to introduce what you have achieved, and to transform. And like young festivals, young people, they really are able to transform societies which are a little bit stagnating. The same happened in Lithuania and still happens. And we should transform to be in track with other countries, with other nations who are very inventive, they are very innovative, they are technologically and artistically very advanced. So if we want to be together with these trends, we have to follow the arts and festivals. And there is all the way to apply and really to evaluate yourself. This is just ticking major themes and major labels that you are doing through filling the application.
У нас є маленьке запитання від глядачів, які приєдналися до нас під час онлайн-трансляції. Власне, просять нагадати, як називається пошукова система фестивалів, як нею...
About the search platform and where we can find it. Please put on EFFE presentation. So this system is called Festival Finder. So Finder, you may enter this Finder. This window opens, and in the right corner you may see on top there is Register Festival, enter, and you may enter the information to this finder. So you may fill this in English, the information. So the name of the festival, banner, short description, the number of visitors of the festival, approximate amount, and also some information about catering, hotels, but this is not obligatory information. Then a post box and a contact person. After information about the festival is entered, it will be edited. These editors are in Brussels, and this will be placed through the reference. You may find you in the search in this festival finder, and then you may apply for EFFE label. Please be brief.
The EFFE label, I already told this is the rating of the festivals and the evaluation of your festivals' content and other structural themes in the festivals network in Europe. However, now we are talking in the jury about the financial benefit, which I emphasized from the very first year of EFFE. I haven't been in the jury since last year, but this would be very, very important for the festivals. It is not everyone can participate in Culture Europe and other EU programs. Not everybody can get the funding, which is very complex. But through EFFE label, to introduce financial awards, we are talking about this, and this is, I think, very, very good help.
На жаль, ми обмежені в часі. Всім дякуємо за увагу та бажаємо гарного дня.
So thank you very much and have a nice day. I have a question to Andriy. So do you apply this year for label